Hello, everyone. This is, Dude Guy for Newsy News taking over. The Wheel of Wigs has spoken. I'm here, and ladies, I see ya. Now, forearm action, as you do. We have all the stories and all the funness tonight because, holy hell, this day has been long and full of crapola. So let's get into it. Dirty-minded Jeopardy viewers tease contestant for accidentally making inappropriate gesture on the show. OnlyFans Jeopardy style. Sounds like my kind of story. Jeopardy contestant Myra Hayward's triumphant run on the game show was overshadowed by an unfortunate mistake she made after winning. Show us the video. Does she have boobs? Come on now. In the episode's final Jeopardy round, all 3 contestants bet 0 for possibly the first time ever on the show, according to Andy Sanders, who recaps the show for Jeopardy fan. Hayward and contesting Katie Capitilla both guessed the answer correctly, but Hayward had the highest earnings, making her that night's champion. Hayward celebrating her big win by making the 0, or so she thought, sign with both hands and shaking them on either side of her body. I'm sure that looked very dignified, and we will see the video and not giggle like 12-year-olds because we are serious newscasters over here. But to viewers at home, the gesture looked quite suggestive and certainly not fit for basic cable, something that may look that many took to X to react to. Looks more like the Daily Double, one user joked. Another fan joked that the show was making a not safe for work. Yeah, John, I look like I might be put on Libs of TikTok very soon, possibly discussing my neo pronouns. But here is, the gesture that said "cutie made." Sal could fix her. Sal could fix her. Sal, here's your lady. Let's see that again. Sal, your woman. You and your friend. I'm going straight to hell. I swear to God. Others noted that the meme worthy moment will never be forgotten thanks to the nature of the internet. I think Mira is going to regret this reaction, one ex user tweeted. She has no idea what's about to unfold. Blessed are the shitlords, for they shall immortalize your worst moments forever. And blessed is the internet, for it never forgets. Hayward received a lot of support on X, however, when she thanked her fellow contestants in a post after their episode aired. Quote, "Thank you everyone for the well wishes, and thank you for most of all to at Jeopardy Jessie C and at Camp Polka, who were just as brilliant, hilarious, and kind as they looked on TV. I couldn't have had more fun on the Alex Trebek stage than I did with those two. Semifinals up next." We have had this talk. If you want something thrown, you have to unhook it from your mouth, you dingus. Thanks to her $16,400 in earning, Hayward is now set to continue to the semifinals. Hopefully, she doesn't do any more hand gestures. Otherwise, the FCC is going to come and take all that money back. Um, there's some chick named Taylor Swift doing stuff, but she's apparently selling her private plane amid flight tracking drama. 'Cause, why not? I mean, I've heard about her saying something about I think she sings songs or something, I don't know. Look, she's a chick singer. I'm still mourning the loss of Toby Keith. I have my red Solo cup, and I will be filling it up as I play WoW later on. I look like Haley Joel Osment with more testosterone, though. That's really weird. Taylor Swift has parted ways with one of her private jets amid news that she's demanding people stop tracking her flights. Yeah, she told you to stop. And as the mom of a bunch of cats, she means it. Damn it. The Federal Aviation Authority's website confirmed the singer's separation from her Dassault Falcon 900 on January 30th, previously listed under SATA LLC, a company sharing an address with Taylor Swift Productions. That is hilarious. The jet has been in Swiss possession since 2009. Now it is registered to a Missouri-based company incorporated in 2006, according to Business Insider. Ooh. While the terms of this deal remained undisclosed, a brand new Dassault 900 commands a staggering $44 million to sell. Well, there you go. Oh, probably. Uh, this move leaves Swift with just one private jet. However, will she survive? I don't know what we will do if Taylor Swift doesn't get her own personal private all I mean, how does she not have a jet for every day of the week? I feel doesn't she have a personal jet for her cat? However, that doesn't mean the star is otherwise lacking when it comes to her property overall. Across America, she owns a portfolio of homes worth upward of 8 million or $80 million, including nearly a block of residences in Manhattan. Well, look, when you break up with as many dudes as she has, well, I mean, look, I'm still waiting for, touchdown on my heart or, he sacked my heart or he fumbled my relationship. The next album will be great. I'm waiting for that tour because I need it. Friberto, I love you, but we are clipping your nails because s- all right, no, we're done. Stop. The Dassault 900, capable of accommodating up to 12 passengers, served Swift's travel needs until its last recorded flight on January 30th. Meanwhile, her Dassault 7X, with a slightly larger cabin and capacity for 16 passengers, remains operational. Oh, so she just upgraded. I see. That's how it works. With her upcoming Tokyo concerts and the Super Bowl in Las Vegas to support her boyfriend. Oh, that's right. She has been doing something with football, right? I've heard nothing about it. Not one thing. It's like I've not even heard anything about it. Really is alarming how people don't talk about Taylor Swift anymore. However, Swift's penchant for private jets hasn't gone unnoticed, drawing criticism for environmental concerns. In 2022, she topped a list of celebrities with the highest private jet carbon emissions, and last year her jet logged more than 166 flight hours during her US tour. Won't someone think of the children? Responding to these concerns, Swift's spokesperson revealed the singer's purchase of carbon credits. Aw, the rich using carbon credits. Whatever. They're paying extra taxes. Who cares? Yet, efforts to maintain privacy, such as enrolling in the FAA's privacy program, haven't shielded her from public scrutiny. Have you met 4chan, ma'am? A college student. Hello, Wolfram. A college student, Jack Sweeney, known for tracking celebrity flights, garnered attention after sharing Swift's flight data on social media. Swift's legal team intervened, sending Sweeney a cease and desist letter accusing him of stalking and harassing behavior. Sir, what you need to do is move to New York. That apparently isn't a crime anymore. Sweeney defended his actions, citing public information and transparency as his motivations. Wow, he and I could be brothers. I think people are interested, Sweeney told the outlet. You should have a decent expectation that your jet will be tracked whether or not I do it as after all it's public information. Nowhere do I intend harm, he stated, acknowledging that he's a fan of some of Swift's songs. Hand it over right now. I'm gonna need your man card right now. Nope. We're done. What are you eating? Oh, okay. It's just your toy that you're destroying. Uh, well, it's not really a mountain of poo, but it could become one. Mount Everest climbers to carry their own poop down the mountain in a new initiative. Our mountain has begun to stink. It really is shit mountain, isn't it? Oh my gosh. No bull S. Those looking to climb Mount Everest will now have to carry poop bags on them to bring their waste back down to camp. Let's see. Reason number 733,412. Mo and Dude Guy will also not be climbing Mount Everest. Will not be carrying my own poo down the mountain. Not going to happen. The tallest mountain in the world is estimated to have around 3 tons of poo laying between Camp 1 and the bottom, or at the bottom, and Camp 4, which is near the summit. Quote, "Our mountains have begun to stink." Mingma Sherpa, chair of look, the municipality that holds Mount Everest told the BBC, due to extreme temperatures, especially near the top, human waste is not properly disposed of because it doesn't fully degrade, causing some climbers to fall sick. Quote, "We are getting complaints that human stools are visible on rocks and some climbers are falling sick. This is not acceptable and it get this out of here." I am too 12 to do this show, I swear to God. Fry, no, they're just coming home. Sal, I'm gonna be on Libs of TikTok. This is gonna be terrible. I'll be like, "No, I'm actually not even, teaching a preschool class, I promise. I do this for fun." Uh, the new initiative will keep the Chinese Nepali mountain as well as Mount Lahost cleaner, and thrill seekers will have the option to buy poop bags at the base of the mountain. I clown I climbed Mount Everest and all I got was this shitty bag. I'm glad I make myself laugh. Well, there you go. You can buy your own poop bags. Bring it back down by yourself. And if climbers think they can get around the initiative, they'll be sorely mistaken, as poop bags will be checked upon return. Dude, if you think you have a terrible job, how about the guy who has to check the poo bags? I mean, seriously. I think I'd rather be at Walmart at one of those circle motivation things than have to be the guy that checks the poo bags. As of now, many climbers dig holes in the snow to relieve themselves, but as they get closer to the summit, less snow is available to cover their waist, forcing them to go out in the open. Again, reason 1 second. Friberto, you are fine. They are just coming home. You are not going to die. Add on top of that that it takes an average of 7 to 9 weeks to even scale the mountain. Most aren't too thrilled to carry about bags of poop. Waste remains a major issue, especially in higher up camps where you can't reach. One of the pollution control committee people told the BBC. I I don't know, y'all. Again, half of the stool samples are believed. Jesus Christ. Okay, half of the stool samples are believed to be in uh Camp 4, the I guess the cleaning committee is now obtaining about 8,000 waste bags from the US, which should help about 1,200 people this coming climbing season to poo in bags. The bags will contain a powder that helps solidify the human waste and make it odorless. Fry, you will stay in here. You are not going outside. Not right now. They're taking out the trash, and the trash pandas like to get rowdy. So, no. Each bag can be used 5 or 6 times. Nope. This is a must-miss activity for me. No, thank you. Poop bags are not a new concept for climbers, as mountaineers have been using them on Mount Denali, the highest peak in North America, and the Antarctic for a while, according to the report. You know, there are things that I never learn about on these old historical movies about these, brave climbers and stuff. They never talk about the poop bags. I wonder why. I love Doomcock. Uh, in new in news that'll make you wanna build a trebuchet, as a fellow dude, I understand all the carpentry and such, all the testosteroning. I have all the power tools. Uh, this one will make you wanna build a trebuchet, point it somewhere near the sun, and let loose with this pile of poo directly attached to it. A person that I am supposed to say certain words, was a daycare worker, escapes prison time for having a shield of one sort or another after pleading guilty to abusing a baby. Hello, Shelby Fall? Fogg? So this person identifies as a female and was discovered making inappropriate comments toward an infant while changing the infant's diaper and touching the infant while changing their diaper at a daycare center. Now, according to court records, instead of getting, you know, all the years in prison from the Paducah Police Department, uh, he faced, they faced one count of first degree essay of a victim under 12 and 3 counts of first degree criminal abuse of a child under 12. Uh, they managed to reduce their bond from 100,000 to 5,000, and they went down from a 12-month penalty to, uh, a conditional discharge for 6 months, so basically, he just gets probation. They just get probation, whatever. You know what? I give up. You know what? Actually, no. Let me say this. I am willing to respect everyone. Look, I'm willing to respect and for the sake of kindness, politeness, try to respect what you're dealing with until you mess with a kid. And then Snake Island. Snake Island. I don't care. So basically this person I hired an activist attorney and now he just has to not fiddle with any children for 6 months and all charges are dropped. You know that Peter, Paul and Mary song, If Only I Had a Hammer? If I only had a hammer, or Chicks are nuts. A wife who allegedly told husband, quote, "You'll be fined," after fatally shooting him, once out of jail because she's pregnant. What are you gonna do? At least she can't get him for child support now. A Florida woman, are we shocked? Fry, no, you are in here. You are being such a booger monkey. No, they don't have to be on the registry at all, as long as they don't fiddle with any children for 6 months, which should not be hard to do, but who knows? A Florida woman who is accused in the 2022 murder of her husband is now pregnant, reportedly by a male inmate who passed a glove with male male components through an air conditioning vent at a Miami jail. I wanna see that Mythbusters episode. Can we get that Mythbusters episode? Imma need to see how well, I mean, I don't need to see how this works, I mean, but I need to see Daisy Link, charged with a second-degree murder in the death of her husband, requested through her attorney on Wednesday to be taken out of jail and on house arrest, according to local NBC affiliate WT TVJ. A judge will make a ruling after hearing additional arguments on the TV station reported. Link allegedly uh, force multiplied her husband in the leg on June 25th, 2022, outside their Homestead home. "I think I hit a major artery. You'll be fine." Those 2 things do not go together. Hitting a major artery and "you'll be fine" are not 2 statements that go together, but okay, ma'am. A video shows Link reportedly saying to her husband, who later died, "Okay, Sarah Boone Jr., seriously, why the hell do these chicks keep videotaping their damn crimes? I can't. What is wrong with you?" No, not porgs. We do not eat porgs. But the case took a bizarre turn when she somehow became pregnant while an inmate in Turner Guilford Night Correctional Center or by while an inmate at Guilford Night Correctional Center. Link's mother said in an interview with WTVJ her daughter told her on Christmas Day that she was indeed carrying a baby. She's currently about 3 months pregnant. Her mother, Josie Ramos, said she doesn't buy the story about a glove through the AC vent like some sort of weird male die hard. Link has told her lawyer, Marlene Montaner, that she was not SA'd. The Miami-Dade Corrections and Rehabilitation Department is investigating how Link got pregnant. Quote, "The care, safety, and rehabilitation of all those in our custody remains our top priority," MDCR said in a statement to the media. While there is no evidence of sexual battery against our inmate at this time, the circumstances surrounding the pregnancy are currently under active investigation. A court hearing Wednesday At a court hearing Wednesday, Link's attorney argued she is not receiving proper prenatal care while in jail. Better treatment options would be available if she were instead on home house arrest, Montaner said. That is not the case, according to the prosecutors and jail officials. She has the ability to seek a doctor every day. She has appointments. She is transported to her appointments. She can see opticians. I don't know. Patricia Jones Cummings of Miami-Dade Corrections said at the hearing, according to WTVJ, there are doctors inside the facility, so if there's any issues regarding her care or concern, Prosecutors say she would be dangerous if she were released. Yeah, she done shot her not baby daddy in the leg and unalived him, and then did some sort of MacGyver magic spirit cooking to get pregnant in jail. I mean, seriously, no. The defendant is the one that put herself in this position by committing second-degree murder by trying to get herself pregnant inside jail, said Ruben Scovolino, an assistant state attorney. Good night, nurse. 1 second. Alrighty. In other news, bourbon. A booming bourbon industry has Kentucky leaders toasting record growth. Well, I'm glad that that something's growing in Kentucky other than, well, Breaking Bad sort of factories. 15 years ago, bourbon barrels poured whiskey out on the steps of Kentucky Capitol to protest a looming tax increase on the spirit industry. On Tuesday, industry leaders reassembled with a bipartisan group of Kentucky leaders to toast the bourbon sector's record growth. We're all becoming alcoholics. This is great. Kentucky's bourbon industry pumps 9 billion into the bluegrass state's economy each year, creating more jobs and attracting more tourists than ever before, according to a study released Tuesday. More rounds of growth are expected as Kentucky producers make billions of dollars in capital investments. Democratic Governor Andy Beshear praised the bourbon industry for its quote unique and enormous role in driving our economy and representing Kentucky to the rest of the world. Well, it kind of defeats the purpose of no glove, no love if she got pregnant with male contribution from a glove. Oh, the irony, the sweet, sweet irony. Top Republican lawmakers pointed to a series of legislative actions credited with helping propel the industry's growth. Kentucky distillers produce 95% of the global bourbon supply. We're number 1. USA. USA. According to the Kentucky Distillers Association, Bill Samuels Jr. attended the celebration Tuesday. He also took part in the protest years ago when he was a top executive at Maker's Mark and joined other industry leaders in pouring bourbon on the State House steps. Oh, it must have smelled like a bar out there for so long, the fumes. It marked a turning point for the legislator and distillers, Samuels said in an interview Tuesday. I think it was the end of ignoring the industry, and I really it was really a fruitful beginning of a partnership that's paid huge dividends for the state, said Samuels, now retired. It's it was a vastly different business climate for Kentucky bourbon producers in 2009 when they had much smaller inventories totaling about 4.6 million barrels. It seemed kind of silly because most of us were short of whiskey to be pouring it out on the steps, Samuels quipped. Kentucky distillers produced a record 2.7 million barrels of bourbon in 2022. Y'all, we need a lot. Look, 2024 has already been a year in January, all right? We need all the bourbon. Keep making more. Thank you so much. The 5th consecutive year that production has topped 2 million barrels, according to the Economic Impact Report, which was commissioned by the Distillers Association. Producers had record inventory of 12.6 million bourbon barrels aging in warehouses at the start of 2023. Those massive inventories are a bet on the future because most bourbons typically age 4 to 8 years before reaching their market. Bourbon gets its flavor and golden brown color during aging. Kentucky has 100 licensed distilleries operating in more than a third of the state's 120 counties. Distilling generates more than 23,100 Kentucky jobs with annual wages exceeding 1.6 billion. Yeah. Well, so the wheel of wigs landed on dude guy. So I'm doing my best. I still feel a bit like either Haley Joel Osment's higher T, brother, the guy from How to Train Your Dragon. Or, what is it? Oh gosh, The Sorcerer's Apprentice, that little the Weedly guy, can't remember his name. Or I feel like I'm going to be on Libs of TikTok very soon, but I don't even belong there. I don't go to I'm not teaching any preschoolers. So there you go. Bourbon is making a comeback, y'all, and we all need some booze because holy crap this year. In other news, Will Wheaton is pissed off at someone. Are we shocked? Will Wheaton goes off on a-hole and despicable Larry David for attacking Elmo, and he's very serious. Are you kidding? Former Star Trek actor Will Wheaton has gone on an explosive online rant. What's it about today? Good. Talk about someone who needs a Midol. It's Will Wheaton. Holy shit. Dude has more estrogen than I do. Allegedly, Will Wheaton. Don't come at me. Seriously. You do, though. Uh, yeah. Sorry. Uh, does anyone else find this douche completely insufferable? Anywho, let's continue. On Thursday, Wheaton, 51, who lives completely online and apparently has penny problem glasses, wrote on Facebook, quote, "So I heard about Larry David assaulting Elmo on live television, but didn't watch it until now because I knew it would upset me. Holy S, it's even worse than I thought. What the F is wrong with that guy? Elmo is like the best friend to multiple generations of children. What is wrong? Will Wheaton, just because you are friends to none of the children, even when you were a child, because you were insufferable, isn't my problem. Wheaton, who is known for appearing in Stand By Me, Flubber, and narrating the audiobooks for Ready Player One and The Martian, went on to say that in the Sesame Street universe, Elmo is a child who is currently putting mental health and caring for others in the spotlight. And Larry David did that and thought it would be funny? What? And a hole, he continued. What a stupid, self-centered, tone-deaf a-hole. Again, speaking as one dude to another, do you need a Midol? Holy God. Are you okay now? Do you want a wambulance? Would you like to go, do you need a hanky? Good God, a fainting couch? Wheaton was referring to an incident on February 1st when David, 76, stopped at the Today Show. The clip, which has since gone viral, shows Elmo and his father Louis chatting with hosts Savannah Guthrie and Hoda Cobb, or these people I don't even watch Good Morning America or Today or whatever it is. Guthrie 52 then tosses the program over to Al Roker, who has gotten skinny for his weather segment, though not even he could predict what would happen next. Wait, 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 wait. Uh, Hoda, 59, who can be heard saying after as dismayed Roker, 69, looks off screen. The camera then cuts back to the anchors who are shocked to see Curb Your Enthusiasm creator Dave it attacking the furry puppet. This has to be come on, kill him. Get him. Look, he has an annoying voice and he's puppeted by a total douche. Get him. "Oh my gosh," cries Guthrie as David takes a swing at the puppet. "I love you, Elma, don't you?" Following a scuffle, a smirking Dave walks off the set. Come on, that's hilarious. Will Wheaton, it's called a sense of humor. Oh my okay, dude, you are not a chick. Why are you writing a dissertation about a puppet? A dissertation about a puppet who is puppeted by a man who had allegations, allegedly, about being a total dillhole and, not well, being a typical Hollywood guy, if you can read between the lines. You are such a self-righteous, high-horsed, morally bankrupt bunghole. Mr. Larry, Elmo liked you before the disgruntled puppet calls after the Seinfeld co-creator. Larry David later apologized during his own Today segment. "Elmo, I just wanted to apologize," he said, holding back laughter. "I'm really sorry." That is hilarious. The altercation left social media users shocked. "Larry David beat the S out of Elmo this morning," declared one user. "This is child abuse," slammed another, and now Wheaton is also weighing in. Oh my god. Ugh. I don't even wanna deal with this. Look, he's a comedian. He's a comedian and they push the limits, and oh my gosh, Elmo has the most annoying voice in the entire world. Lefty, the Wheel of Wigs picked Dude Guy, and either I am Haley Joel Osment's younger brother with slightly more testosterone, which is creepy, or, the guy from, Sorcerer's Apprentice, one of Nicolas Cage's many, many movies, or I'm gonna be on Lips of TikTok. But the Wheel of Wigs has spoken, and I'm Dude Guy. I know. I did shrink our Ira Glass, there you go. I did shrink the kids. That's actually where they went. I have unlocked the power. Uh, on Sirius XM, literally with Rob Lowe, Dave's Curb Your Enthusiasm co-star Cheryl Hines, 58, defended him. That's not on Larry. That's on whoever decided to put those 2 on the couch next to each other. Let's be honest, she said, quote, David has made a career out of telling people he does not care how you feel. He does not care if he ever hurts your feelings. That's what Larry's built his career on. Duh. Wheaton, meanwhile, doesn't, quote, really want to know what raced through his tiny little mind. Oh my gosh. Will Wheaton, and I'm speaking as Mo now, but dude, when Mo, me pretending to be a dude, has more testosterone than you and bitches less than you, holy cow. I'm just saying. Also, chat, I have a question because I don't know. So, would I be am I in drag? Am I in male face? Or am I a drag king? I am confused, but I was thinking about this as I was getting ready. Mr. Mo was not helpful. He was actually very worried about me, and I'm sure I'm going to be getting a self-hugging jacket soon when I asked him these questions. And he said, "I'm just gonna go to Lowe's now." Because, well, Moose decides that, he was here first, and you skiers, you colonized his hill. A moose was caught on camera chasing skiers down a slope at a Wyoming resort. Ken Reinerson posted a video to his Facebook page showing the moose that pursued him and several other skiers at Jackson Hole Mountain Resort in Teton Village. I did not have a moose chasing us down the mountain on my bingo card. Reinerson wrote, fellow skier. Yes, but which one? Fellow skier Alex Moment posted footage of the moose's rampage to social media. Footage shows the moose chasing after skiers before turning onto a different run. There are no reports of injury, at least from the moose. Look, I'd have already been injured from just me. Oh, could we stop with all the talking? I just want to see a moose running people over. Oh my gosh, all the talking. Just want the clip, people. Is it sad that I'm kind of rooting for the moose? I'm a terrible person, though, so it's okay. And this chick, what is wrong with people? What is wrong? Have we all gone mad? And why are people back? What is going on with people? I have no idea. I have tried to be as nice as I can, spread kindness everywhere, and people are still acting insane. I don't know what to do. Rebecca Grossman floored gas pedal and struck two boys at freeway speeds, investigators say. Now, let me guess. She's going to say that it was a malfunction. Rebecca Grossman floored her high powered Mercedes SUV on a quiet residential street, speeding up to 80 miles per hour and barely braking before striking two boys in Westlake Village Crosswalk. A veteran crash investigator testified at the LA socialite's murder trial Wednesday. Oh, so she just probably thought she could get away with it because she's, rich. Grossman tapped the brakes a second and a half before she slammed into Mark and Jacob Iskander, traveling 75 or 73 miles per hour in a 45 mile per hour zone, according to Michael Hale, an investigator with the Orange County District Attorney's Office who analyzes vehicular homicide data. Using information from the black box inside Grossman's vehicle, an event data recorder that depicts information such as speed, brake usage, and airbag deployment, Hale said the last 5 seconds of Grossman's travel the night of September uh, they are. Do you know, I'm gonna need to buy a new eyebrow pencil? It's a good thing I don't have dignity. I'd feel embarrassed. Excuse me. Hale said the last 5 seconds of Grossman's travels the night of September 29th, 2020, were captured before a collision triggered her airbags. The data is consistent with two strikes of small objects, he said. Showing a chart of the data, Hale said the SUV's black box indicates that it had Grossman traveling the 45 speed limit, or indicates that had Grossman been traveling the 45 mile per hour speed limit, she would have driven 326 feet in 5 seconds, as opposed to 559 feet she actually went. That timing, he said, would have allowed 11-year-old Mark and 8-year-old Jacob to make it safely across the intersection. Ultimately, had the vehicle been following the speed limit, there would have been no crash, he said. Prosecutors allege Grossman, 60, had been, of course, drinking and driving. Yes, that is what that is exactly what happened. With her then boyfriend, Scott Erickson, a former pitcher for major league teams, including the Dodgers. Before the two raced back toward Grossman's lakeside home in separate vehicles, Grossman in a white Mercedes SUV and Erickson in a black Mercedes SUV. These two jackasses were drunk speed racing home. For the love of all that is stupid and art-tarded, I'm about done with people today. Listen, I don't normally do this, but I have a trip for you. For both of you, in fact. It's a couple's vacation. It could be very romantical. Now, it has beaches, and it is an island. Grossman was separated from her husband, Peter, at the time. Two witnesses traveling in another vehicle testified during a preliminary hearing that they saw Erickson's Mercedes speeding ahead of Grossman's on the quiet street. Tony Busby, Grossman's leading attorney, told jurors in opening statements that Erickson, now 56, struck both children first, throwing Jacob to the curb and Mark high into the air before he landed in the path of, are you kidding? Of Grossman's SUV. But during cross examination Wednesday, Hale told Busby the crash point data shows she hit those children. There, there's data that supports two strikes. So, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of things. So she's trying to blame it on the boyfriend. This is awesome. Funny, but evidence works this way because you have your black box apparently that I didn't know I'm not a carologist, but apparently you have one. So you can't lie about that kind of stuff. Grossman is charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder, 2 counts of vehicular manslaughter with gross negligence, and 1 count of hit and run driving resulting in death. Citing the vehicle data of Grossman's Mercedes prior to the collision, Hale said she only lightly tapped her brakes just for a second, dropping her speed slightly before taking her foot off the gas. Once the airbags were triggered, the Mercedes fuel system was cut off to prevent a fire, and the vehicle coasted to a stop, calling the manufacturer's emergency operator system. A sheriff's deputy previously testified he found Grossman and her disabled vehicle 3/10 of a mile from the crash scene. What an idiot. Last week, a hospital technician testified that Grossman said in an emergency room after her arrest that she would have been home in her garage if the safety system had not disabled her vehicle. Are you She's like, "I would have gotten away with it had that stupid car not stopped working so I could have run away." What a gross and disgusting human being. Busby on Wednesday questioned the accuracy of black box data, noting it showed the Mercedes traveled 42,249 miles in 4,446 minutes, meaning it would have had to average a speed of 568 miles per hour. Well, mathing is hard, even for boxes. Dang it. Hale said he believed the data error in this instance was an anomaly probably caused by the amount of time the vehicle had been driven before being reset at some point, adding that it doesn't invalidate the rest of the data. Busby, however, continued to argue that Grossman's vehicle did not strike both the boys. On Tuesday, he grilled Dr. Matt Miller, a pathologist with San Bernardino's medical examiner office, who was deputy LA County. Yeah, I don't know that I'd well, she was drunk at the time, so I'm sure you'll say some dumb stuff. At the time of the children's passing, Miller acknowledged during cross-examination the possibility that the boys were unalived by 2 separate cars. So she's like, look, look, your officer honorness, your judgeliness. Look, how about we do a 2 for 1, a BOGO, if you will. My boyfriend did one and I did another. I mean, of all the tawdry you wanna talk about low class stuff, this is low class. Take responsibility for what you did, ma'am. The fact that you are trying to haggle with someone's children that you stole, their lives, their future, their grandchildren, their weddings, their proms, you know, their first, you know, driving lesson, their first everything. The fact that you're trying to haggle this is gross. And if you think this is scoring you any pattern or any sort of points, you are sorely mistaken. Miller acknowledged during cross-examination but he also testified that the injury patterns on the body match or on Mark's body matched the grill of Grossman's car. LA County Sheriff's Deputy Robert Apodaca also countered Busby's assertion that Grossman's vehicle did not deliver the fatal blows to the children. Quote, "I don't see any direct damage to the top of the hood," he said, adding that Mark's injuries matched up with the damage to the front of her vehicle. Apodaca testified that Grossman's Mercedes was missing 2 emblems from its grille and hood, building on prior testimony that similar car parts were recovered at the scene of the crash. Busby questioned another car part that was documented at the scene, a fog light, implying it could not have come from Grossman's white Mercedes, instead was the same type of light that was on Erickson's black Mercedes. Just just horrible. And when the defense attorney asked Apodaca how debris showed up 50 feet away from the crosswalk, the deputy says research shows debris can be thrown 20 feet in lower speed crashes, but those kids were hit at freeway speed, so debris is going to be a lot further. This woman is so gross, just disgusting. And look, I know she is presumed innocent, but just disgusting. Ew. Just ew. Ew. And Fry has deserted me at the end of the night. So much for man's best friend or dude guy's best friend. It's sad. I am sad now. I keep looking at me and wanting to laugh. This is terrible. I'm gonna have to get a beard for Roshbam. I love my eyebrows though. Mr. Mo took a picture. He's like, you know, there are some times when I really should have asked before we got married if you were a theater geek. I was like, too late to take me back now. You're stuck. Or you get custody of all the kids and I'll go live in an apartment. Anyways, hopefully well, not that particular last story. Fry was too embarrassed. I embarrass me too. Well, if I had dignity, I'd embarrass myself, but that hasn't happened yet, so maybe I'll grow dignity one year, who knows? It'll happen. Any hoozle, I've got you going over to, Shizzy. I will pop on to Shizzy as Dude Guy and see how he likes it. I will see you guys in a little bit. We'll talk politics and some stuff over on Shizzy's, and I'll embarrass and horrify myself more on the internet and possibly make my dad cry, who knows? Any hoozle, it's been a fun night. I will see you guys in a little bit. I didn't go full method acting, I didn't buy Axe body spray, for God's sake. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.